February 26, 2018. First after business is call roll for establish a quorum. Mr. Manning, will you please?
Okay, District 1, Mr. Guthrie. Present. District 2, Mr. Daniel.
Present.
District 3, Ms. Miller.
Present.
District 4, Mr. Sisk. Present. Chairman also present.
Thank you, Mr. Manning. Next thing, we'll have the invocation. Mr. Porter, would you oblige President, please?
Lord God, our Father, we're thankful for this day. We're thankful for the sunshine we've seen. We're also thankful for the rain that we've had. We pray you'll continue to watch over us and be with these commissioners as they discuss the matters of importance to this county. We pray that you'll give them wisdom and discernment to make good decisions. We do that same for the people of this county. God, we're just truly blessed to be Americans and live in this country and live in this county. Continue to watch over us and bless us. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen. You would join Mr. Guthrie with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First thing that we have is approval of the agenda for the meeting tonight. We have a motion, we have a second. Have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed say no. We have no awards and presentations. Next, we have public comments from citizens. We have five people that have registered to speak at tonight's meeting. With the number of people, I ask that we try to hold it to about 3 minutes, if that would be, if you would so oblige for us. So the first one we have on the agenda here is Mr. Harold Prince.
I'm Harold Prince. I live in the Sterling subdivision, concerned 3 and 4 on the agenda. I live in Sterling, my total life maybe for 40 years. And when we went to the city council, we lived on a dirt road when I moved there. It was muddy, it was dusty. Everybody that lived there at that time, we went to the city of Stevenson and told them if they would pave our road, that we'd all agree to come into the city. And they told us that we'd pave the road, they'd make it. And so there hadn't been anything else about this all this time. Now all of a sudden they want our road. And I don't know if any of y'all been to Stevenson lately, but the roads up there are pretty bad. They can't maintain what they got. Heck, we got the best road in town as far as I'm concerned. And we just don't be in the city. Because the next thing we're going to do is annex. And we don't want that. We want to stay in the county. We got a good road and we want to keep it that way.
Just a rebuttal, and this was from Mr. Steele, who was in the office today with some paperwork. He wanted to convey to the commission that they are not interested in taking any of the residents in. He's just talking about the road.
Well, can I speak again?
Yes, go ahead.
Well, they come over and put that speed hump in, for one thing, which Mr. Campbell and commissioners did not approve, and it's still in, and they had like 10 or 11 names or something on it. We got one with probably 30-something names on it that we want removed. It's on a county road. It don't belong to the city.
Okay, if we could move on, Miss Ann Prince is next on the list. Miss Prince.
Yes, I would like to talk about our roads that we got paved. On the other side of the subdivision, there is a road that belongs to the city. The mayor will not maintain that road. So why should he maintain our roads that belong to us if he won't maintain what belongs to him? And at this point, that's all I've got to say about it, except we built that subdivision. We want it to stay as it is. And this illegal house jumping should be stopped.
Thank you. Next, we have Mr. Larry Ivy.
I would like for us to CAD for the county to keep the road. I don't know, see if states can get it. Make the speed bump removed. Before then, they put a mile-an-hour speed limit of 5 miles an hour. They come down that road in my truck, I had to ride my brakes all the way down. And going up, you have to ride your brakes. Then they changed it again. And then they put the speed bump in. I'd like to have the speed bump removed and just leave it to the county. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ivy.
May I speak 1 moment?
Yes, ma'am, if you'll make it brief.
They have had the police department patrolling our neighborhood for 1 year. Not one citation has been given to a speeder in our subdivision.
Thank you. The next one is Randy.
Word law? That's
Yes,
next.
go ahead.
I've been living there for 27 years, and I think the county's doing a good job, and I like it just the way it is. And I think the speed hump is the issue, and if the speed going on, I think we need to just come together in the neighborhood and we can fix it. It's a good neighborhood. We don't have no problem, and I like it the way it is. I want to be in the city, the county come through where every once in a while they do a good job.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Next on the agenda is Tim Reed.
Them annexing the neighborhood or the streets, it ain't gonna fix the problem. A Stevenson comes in and digs the roads up, checking if we have water line breaks or anything. They don't fill the holes in, they leave them for months at a time. It ain't gonna solve the problem they're doing, getting annexed. To me, it ain't. I've been there 20 years, and it's always been the same problem, and it won't stop. It won't end. So, that's what I feel.
Thank you, Mr. Reed. Next, we'll go to old business. First, we have a motion to approve minutes from the October 23rd, 2017 meeting as received. Do we have a motion? Have a
There's
motion?
one issue on there,
Okay.
just a minute, please, I think it's the one I was reading on, let me follow up. I may be wrong, y'all can correct me. Motion to approve changing the commission meeting to 5 o'clock. I know we brought that up, I don't think it was ever decided what we was gonna do, we just left it at 4:30, is that?
Is this on the 23rd or which one?
Yes, on the 23rd.
First sheet.
Hey, wait, wait.
I believe that was tabled.
That's what I understood it.
Okay. Let's let the record show that this needs to be corrected, and then with this correction, can we make a motion to approve?
Yes, I'll make the motion to approve it, that's correct.
Okay, we have a motion, we have a second.
Second that motion.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. Opposed, say no.
I was going to interrupt, but the motion was made to move that item to the work session, not to approve it. So it was not approved according to the put on work session. So I mean, you can go ahead and correct it, make sure it says that.
Right. Next, we have a motion to approve minutes from November 6, 2017 work session as received. We have a motion. Have a motion, have a second. Have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. All opposed, say no. Next, we have a motion to approve the minutes from November 13, 2017 meeting as received.
Make that motion.
We have a motion, have a second.
I'll second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. All opposed, say no. We have a motion to approve the minutes from the November 16, 2017 continuation of the November 13, 2017 meeting as received. We have a motion. We have a second. A motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. All opposed, say no. On new business, we have, the first thing is a motion to participate in opioid litigation. Is there any discussion concerning this?
still more concerned with doing this unless we pass some type of resolution. Says that any money that comes into the county will go to fund stuff like resource officers in schools or some type of mental health treatment officers, stuff like that. I just can't see us joining into this and those dollars just going into the general fund. And we're going to enter into this litigation for that reason. I would like to see some type of resolution.
Hang it in there, order that it goes to,
It is not in there, but, and I understand what you're saying, I don't disagree at all. If you want to do that, I would suggest that it be included as a recommendation. And the reason I do that is because we may get to the end of the line if we decide to do that, and the court decides where it's going. The court may say we're going to allocate X dollars of this settlement or judgment for resource officers or for mental health or drug court, something like that. So that may be dictated, and I would hate to, for a resolution that we pass to limit what we could get because of the way the resolution is worded. So if you want to include something like that in there.
Can we do it as a form of a motion and move forward like with our plans are to, or should we receive money to go into certain specific things?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, I think it's not a bad idea to do what Mr. Venable says. I just wouldn't want to absolutely 100% say that that's all it's going to go to, because again, the court may decide. In the end, the court will decide in the end.
We can make a motion that if the county has say-so over where the funds go, you'd like to have them in a certain specific area. Okay, how you want to spell out that motion? Make a motion to participate in opiate litigation, and if funds become available, we would like for these funds to be
Discretionary funds become available under our discretion. Those funds will have to be spent to combat problems that this issue brought up with the county, school resource officers, mental health.
To directly combat the effects of the opioid.
Yes.
Evidence. The law enforcement, mental health, drug court, things like that.
Right. We can spell that out just that way.
Resource officers.
Right. Sure.
Okay, do we have a motion for that?
I'll make that motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed say no. Next, we have a motion to accept the bid proposal for the operation of the watercraft and park store at Jackson County Park. And you should have in your packets this proposal.
Make a motion that we move forward with this.
Okay, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed say no. Next we have is a motion to proceed with a quick claim deed for the property or Sarah Lane subdivision from Jackson County to the city of Stevenson. And if anyone needs to look at Sarah Lane and where it comes in and all, here's 3 big copies of it. I stated before, Mr. Steele was here this morning and brought information that should be in the packets as well. It's where they asking for is to be transferred into their city streets. And there's a copy of the minutes where it was a unanimous vote for it to be put in city streets. And they also have copies of the map, the plat, and so on. That's any more discussion concerning this?
I feel like we need to table it a little later on, do a little more discussion, since we've got representatives here from Sarah Lane that have been involved in this for several years. So, I know that we, the county, don't have a lot of funds to take care of the roads, and we may not do the necessary things that y'all see them to do at times, but you know, I think we gotta represent the people also.
The city of Stevenson can't keep up to their own town, let alone Sarah Lane subdivision.
I'd like to make one comment. I actually, the day I went down, I went down to look at it, because I wasn't aware even where it was at. And the day I was there, the city of Stevenson was filling the potholes. It wasn't the county that was doing them, it was the city. And you'll notice all the signage is city signage. It ain't county. We hadn't maintained it. We've done a few potholes, but we hadn't maintained that road really since, with a lot of maintenance since it began in '69. That's what I was told from our records at the road department and from the records at the city.
May I speak?
Sure.
The potholes that the mayor is filling in are potholes that have been there ever since he became mayor.
Well, I mean, we don't have any, you know what I mean, as far as y'all's annex or problem with the mayor, the only thing we're having to look at is we don't have the funds to take care of the road we can have. You know, right now.
Is it costing the county that
No,
much?
but, I think the Stevensons in 1979 had, in their minutes, had wanted to take it into their, and for some reason, it never got run down to the courthouse, is what the city council's telling us now.
In 1979, it's like I said, we went down there and offered to go into the city to pave our roads. They flat told us no. They said, y'all pay them and we'll take you in. I was there, and some of these other people were there.
Well, let's move forward. We had one motion to table it. Is there any more discussion?
We taking this to another day on the work session, or we gonna have a community meeting?
I'd like to table it to, maybe we have to meet with the mayor, the councilman, and the people up there, Sarah Lane subdivision, and, in another meeting and see. Because I want to do what's best for all parties. But Tim said, we don't have the funding, we'd be glad to give up things, for other people. But, I understand you want it taken care of, but y'all's best behalf.
Can I say one more?
Can I say something?
Let talk to the chair.
Go ahead.
One thing all of a sudden is we got this trouble going on now that he's gonna take this subdivision over. And everybody knows he's been down out there in Florida. How
Well,
can you,
we need to move forward from this end. Does anybody want to second that we table it? Or do you want to go forward with the motion?
I'm not going on the motion with it either.
Well, I just feel like it's not, these people come out to represent themselves. The mayor's come up forward and talk to the chairman, I understand that. But when you got people come in and live in a subdivision, I feel like it needs to be brought up a little further. Don't want to cause any controversy on the mayor's side, the councilman, or the people of Sarah Lane subdivision, but, we've all got to work together.
Mr. Sisk, if we do table it, what do you want to do next? I mean, we need to have some further discussion or something, we gotta make a decision.
Right.
Speed bump being on, if it's county road, and we're allowed.
Well, I know that Jonathan, our engineer, went up there and looked at it, and he told us right up front that it's not correct. It's not legal to have that rock put out there. But I guess we just have to have a call meeting and another meeting set aside and maybe meet with them like we have met with some other issues that come up on like flat rock issues on the mile of solids or something. To let the people and the council member and the mayor. What do you think, Mr. Chairman?
Well, I'm for whatever the rest of the commission would like to do. Does any rest of you want to table it at this time? And go over it at the next work session, or have a work session in Stevenson? Okay, you want to table it, and you second it, and we'll have the next work session in Stevenson, so it can be discussed further.
The next work session, and we want to do it.
We're going to be
We
gone.
need to advertise it.
We're going to be gone this week.
We won't have a chance to check in, do we?
Do it 3 weeks from tonight.
Yes.
2 weeks. Think about a meeting.
For a work session, we won't
2 weeks
show.
from tonight, then we're voting back. 3 weeks from tonight.
If they can agree with their council thing, what about reporter?
That's fine.
Yeah. Okay, we got a motion and a second to table it until the next.
Do we need to add 4 on that? And that have to
Yeah,
do
it'll be
with
3 and 4.
it? 3 and 4.
3 and 4.
Well, we're just doing them as
Four,
one dog.
just for the record, motion to accept construction and maintenance agreement for Sarah Lane subdivision streets to the city of Stevens. We'll table both of these until maybe 3 weeks from tonight.
Who's gonna set that up? Just leave it in the thing. It's your district, Mr. Duffy. You gonna speak with him? Yeah.
May I ask a question?
We're gonna move forward, ma'am. We've already finished what we're gonna do with this tonight.
Will we be able to come to the
It's
work
It's gonna be a
session?
public meeting.
And it'll be in 3 words?
No, in your,
It will be in Stevenson.
So we're gonna try to,
That's the only thing I want to know.
That's all we need.
It'll be announced, yes, ma'am.
Okay. That'll be fine.
next we have a motion to vacate a section of Jackson County Road. Oh, I'm sorry.
We didn't make a vote.
Okay,
So do we need to vote on the
okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll make the motion as stated that we will move to work session.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye. All opposed say no. Next, we've got a motion to vacate a section of County Road 248. This is something that Mr. Campbell presented to us last week, and that's with the gentleman that, right.
Is this Dutton, Mr. Campbell?
No, ma'am.
No.
All you're really doing tonight is agreeing to hold a public hearing.
Oh, okay.
We have to give 4 weeks notice, so it has to be, we'll figure out what date that can be. We normally do it on a meeting date, and it just happens right before the 4:30 meeting. It's about 10 minutes. So that's what we're doing with that.
Does anyone like to make a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Okay, a motion and a second. All in favor say aye. All opposed say no. Next, we have a motion to begin charging overdraft fees for web-based payment at solid waste.
Make a motion.
We have a motion, we have a second. We have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye. All opposed say no. We have a motion to begin charging convenience fees for web-based payment at solid waste. We have a motion, we have a second.
I'll do it.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye. All opposed say no. We have a motion to accept the committee selection for the HMT1 position at Public Works Department.
I'll make a motion to accept that.
We have a motion, we have a second. A motion and a second. All in favor say aye. All opposed say no. We have a motion to accept the committee selection for 4 temporary labor positions at the Public Works Department.
Make that motion.
We have a motion, we have a second.
I'll do it.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye. All opposed say no. We have a motion to extend work status for a temporary worker at the Jackson County Park for 6 months. And just for information, this temporary worker 6 months is about up, and the department head has asked for it to be extended 6 months.
I'll make that motion.
We have a motion, we have a second. We have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye. All opposed say no. We have a motion to accept the committee selection for a deputy emergency management director at grade 9, step 15.
Make a motion.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
What is grade 9, so 15? What we discussed the other day, what is that called? Okay, so that's what we discussed.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
He's stepping down from the pay rate is that, right? Taking this, okay.
Tim, make a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye. All opposed say no. Motion to approve an agreement between the Jackson County Sheriff's Department, Jackson County Commission, and the Jackson County Board of Education to provide an additional school resource officer. You have a copy of that contract in your package. We have a motion, we have a second. We have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye. All opposed say no. Next, we have comments from the staff. Chief Harmon, you have anything?
No, sir, good, thank you.
Mr. Barnes?
Thanks very much.
Darrell?
No, sir. Thank you.
Mr. Campbell?
No, sir, thank you.
Mr. Porter? Okay. Then we have comments from the commission, Ms. Gilbert.
No, sir.
Mr. Sid? Mr. Campbell? Mr. Duffy? I have a comment today. Myself and the mayor of Pisgah finalized the contract and it was signed as of today. And I think Mr. Robinson is planning to start March 1st, right?
Yes, sir. Yep.
So that got done today and had it in hand. That completes everything on today's agenda. With that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion.
We have a motion, we have a second.
I'll second.
Motion and a second. All in favor say aye. All opposed say no. Meeting adjourned.